So in a recent video, I spoke about how Animal Crossing is kind of moving on from this current era of Animal Crossing New Horizons and also Animal Crossing Pocket Camp Complete, and what that could mean for the future. Now, in case you're out of the loop, Nintendo announced that updates for Animal Crossing Pocket Camp Complete will officially be over in September, so that is the last month where there'll be new content in that game, ending a really long streak. I guess if you count the original Pocket Camp game, that's been since like 2017, so that's a long time for them to now stop updating it. Leave a like if you wish Animal Crossing New Horizons could have gotten some of those Pocket Camp items, it would have been so good. But since that original announcement, there have been some really interesting developments, and they definitely could be significantly impactful to the future of Animal Crossing, specifically the next Animal Crossing game. Now, if you're an Animal Crossing New Horizons player, undoubtedly at some point you have seen these tweets from the Pocket Camp account, or at least the image of all the crazy new items that come to Pocket Camp each and every month. And you probably looked upon this with jealousy and thought to yourself, I wish some of these were coming to New Horizons. Well, they have now confirmed they are no longer going to be sharing these images anymore, which in my eyes indicates that this Animal Crossing Pocket Camp account over on Twitter, their official account where they share all the news, is effectively going to become abandoned. They even made a separate tweet soon after this, which very much felt like a goodbye to the game and Pocket Camp in general, where they said, we're excited for you to continue your adventure, but it doesn't really seem like there's going to be much else after this. And this is very significant because it means that Nintendo has effectively completely wound down the marketing and resources on one Animal Crossing game. Now, you might know that they are still sharing stuff for Animal Crossing New Horizons over on that Twitter account. In fact, they have just been repeating the same post again and again, so it's very low effort, and it makes sense they would do that given New Horizons is still played by people, and of course it is an immensely successful game, so they're going to keep on sharing that sort of stuff over there. But interestingly enough, back in the days of Animal Crossing New Leaf, they did actually stop updating the official Animal Crossing Twitter account, completely winding down the marketing and effectively abandoning it for a time until we got the announcement for Animal Crossing New Horizons. So it is incredibly interesting to me that now they are starting to wind down all of this marketing. One Animal Crossing game, pretty much the only one that was still getting updates, has now been completely wound down, and we're likely to not see any more activity on that account. And it definitely reminds me of the time when we were getting ready for Animal Crossing New Horizons to launch. Now, of course, at this point, Animal Crossing New Horizons is 5 years old, over 5 years at this point. Next year, it'll be 6 years, which is crazy, and that's not too far away from the gap of 7 years between New Leaf and New Horizons. So the general feeling amongst the Animal Crossing community is that we are closer than ever to seeing a brand new Animal Crossing game for the Switch 2. Now, of course, when exactly that will be, we don't know, because Nintendo is very secretive about this sort of thing, and also super unpredictable. I mean, they could come out and announce it tomorrow, or they could announce it in 7 months' time. We really don't know exactly what they're going to do, but these are some really good indications that they are now getting ready for the next era of Animal Crossing, with them winding down the only Animal Crossing game that was still being updated. Now, if they completely stopped posting on the official Animal Crossing account, the one for the mainline game, so not Pocket Camp and such, then I think that would be pretty much conclusive evidence that a new Animal Crossing game is going to be dropping almost imminently, because they definitely wouldn't keep up the marketing for New Horizons if they weren't going to drop something new very soon. So it's going to be interesting to watch this account within the Switch 2 era and see if they do the same thing that they did back in the Animal Crossing New Leaf era, where they just completely stopped posting on it. Things might be different this time around because Nintendo has significantly expanded the Animal Crossing franchise since the New Leaf era. The series is vastly more popular now than it was back then, so it kind of makes sense that they would stop sharing tweets and such on it, whereas with New Horizons, which has sold nearly 50 million copies, they would keep up the marketing. But that doesn't mean that they will keep it up forever. Of course, when we do see a brand new Animal Crossing game and something gets announced, they're going to completely flip the switch on this account and change it up to represent whatever that game is. After all, you might be familiar with how this one looks now, but it was completely different back in the days of Animal Crossing New Leaf. Now, it has been leaked, and I know a lot of people feel very skeptical about leaks, that we are going to see a Nintendo Direct this September, and this was leaked by incredibly reliable sources like Nate the Hate, who got everything right about the Switch 2's launch, got all of the latest Directs and partner showcases right as well, so he is definitely a trusted source for many years now. And of course, anytime we see a new Nintendo Direct, it does get people talking that we might see something new for Animal Crossing soon. Now, I am very much of the mindset that it's never a guarantee. Back in the Animal Crossing New Leaf era, I watched so many Nintendo Directs waiting for New Horizons, and I was disappointed many times. So I always say to people, don't go in expecting a new Animal Crossing game. Definitely you could be hopeful, I'm hopeful that we'll see a new one, but it's always important to keep your expectations in check so you don't end up disappointed. But it is definitely more possible now than ever before that in a Nintendo Direct we will see something new for Animal Crossing. Looking at the time gap since New Horizons launched, and just the fact that New Horizons has been so incredibly successful, of course Nintendo is not going to want to wait longer just to release a new Animal Crossing game for the sake of it. They're going to want to get one out on the Switch 2 as soon as possible because it'll really boost the sales of that console. And I feel like these recent developments, where they have completely ended things for Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, and pretty much said, we are done with the only Animal Crossing game that was still getting updates, and now even New Horizons just feels like they're not going to be doing literally anything else at all for it. It does feel more compelling that we could see something announced for Animal Crossing in the near future, which is very exciting. As I said in my last video, it really feels like this is the first time in a very long time, pretty much since Pocket Camp released, that there has been nothing new for Animal Crossing. Now I know a lot of you don't see Pocket Camp as a proper Animal Crossing game, but it was an official Animal Crossing game, and it was the only Animal Crossing that was still getting updates and new content in 2025. So now we are a very strange junction, a sort of crossroads, where no Animal Crossing game whatsoever is getting anything new. Animal Crossing is completely silent and stagnant. And given it's such a popular franchise that sells so much, I don't think Nintendo is going to want to leave that being the case. They're going to want to put out something sooner for Animal Crossing, something that can sort of revitalize that excitement and get people playing again. So let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section below. Do you think there's a chance we might see something announced for Animal Crossing soon? Could it even be in that Nintendo Direct? Also, let me know if you ever played Pocket Camp. I'd love to hear how many people still play it. If you made it to the end, be sure to comment Bob's Gang so I know you did. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe and turn on notifications for more.